Hello, everyone. Welcome to the discussion about the elite leadership circle. Remember, we are all on a leadership journey. So introducing the elite leadership circle for your navigation, because your leadership journey is ongoing. So let's start off with a little bit of information about the leadership development. Organizations spend $60 billion globally annually on leadership development. Most have no means to objectively measure the effectiveness of these programs. And the Harvard Business Review study recently said that only about 10% of these programs deliver any concrete results. And this is coincides with what we have discovered when we do our own surveys. We talk to people at conferences and so forth. Most of them don't provide any deliverable any concrete results. Most of them fail because of several reasons. One, lack of a clear direction. Two, poor overall program design. Three is one size fits all approaches. Nobody gets in personalized. You learn one thing, and that's what everyone walks out the door with. Next one is lack of follow-up. As soon as they walk out the door, and most people say, oh, 2 weeks they forgot about what they learned. Well, I think it does not even take that long. It's maybe 2 hours, maybe a couple of days before they forget what they learned in their leadership program. And there's no objective means of measurement. So that's one of the biggest issues when we talk about how you know successful is how do you measure it? And most of the people have no idea how to measure it. They kind of talk about the interviews and all the other kind of things that are biased, so forth. And there's no leadership practice creation, which is critical if you're going to change behavior. So elite leadership training succeeds because it's comprehensive. We look at the leader, the followers who are working with them and their peers, and the environment they're leading in. That's process-based as opposed to skills-based. So we don't talk about leadership skills at all. We talk about the leadership process. It's adaptable to any leadership situation, any encounter, any industry, any level in the organization. And it's personalized. Everyone walks out of our training sessions with their own personalized leadership vision. There's no one size fits all approach at all whatsoever. And there's follow-up coaching. We make sure that what you've learned in class is being implemented in your daily leadership practice. And there's measurable results. We talked about the leadership tool we used to measure leadership, and it's very effective and it's been successful. And we've been using it for 8 years now. And it develops a leadership practice. If you've listened to any of my sessions before, you know that you need to practice leadership. And this program, the Leadership Circle, helps you develop a leadership practice. So according to the great Peter Drucker, the management consultant, if you can't measure it, you can't improve it. But I say if you don't measure leadership, you can't improve it. Because what the good at taking classes if no one knows if you're improving or not. So start with the leadership process. Begins with assessing who the participant is as a person and as a leader. Continues with the subsequent steps of visioning, living, reflecting, and coaching and mentoring. Then it returns for reassessment for continuous improvement. So once you get to reflecting and coaching, reflecting is that internal voice that tells you how you did. Coaching and mentoring is that external voice tells you how you did. You take that in and add that to adjust your assessing step of how your leadership is being applied, and you incorporate it into your vision, and you start the cycle all over again. So you get continuous improvement. Where the elite leadership circle is transformative leadership development, because not only does it, take you through the cycle, the process regularly, you master that process. You have engaging leadership topics, on topic and other things that are related to these topics. You have multiple assessments and reassessments. So you know exactly, how you're improving if you're stagnant or whatever. Individual coaching, and there's monthly meetings, so you can sit down and meet with somebody. And that also creates an accountability, because if you know you have to go to a meeting next time, what are you going to do? You're going to work on what you've been taught in the prior meeting. And when you saw the discussion in the next meeting, you're going to say, how did you do? And you have to have something to say about that. And in small groups, we try to keep them to 10 to 20 people in each circle. That way, everyone gets to contribute, everyone gets to talk. And of course, there's networking and food, which always brings people in, right? So excellence requires practice. You look at, athletes, the elite athletes, they practice relentlessly to keep getting better and to keep improving on their skills. Then you have the elite musicians, the same thing. There's, Yo-Yo Ma, he's a world-renowned cellist, and he still practices 3 to 6 hours a day, 3 to 6 hours a day. I guess it's probably 3 hours when he's performing that night and 6 hours when he's not. That's a lot of practice though still, okay? And then, Malcolm Gladwell says you need 10,000 hours to become great at anything, right? So that's important. And I mean, thinking about leadership, 10,000 hours is really not that long of a time if you practice in leadership every day, all day. It's really about a little 3 to 5 years, 3 to 4 years. And you want to create that habit, creating those atomic habits that, will change you from a good leader to a great leader, take you to the next level completely, those are habits. And that's why we want to create a leadership habit. So the first year training, you start off, you receive a copy of my book, The Path to Elite Level Leadership, and you receive a copy of the workbook, the Elite Level Leadership Practice Workbook. Then go from there, do your strength assessment, leadership assessment, and you read assessments throughout the program, and a situational assessment. So for the leadership foundation, so everybody is on the same page of why we're doing this and what it's going to do for you. Then we go through the leadership process, and 5 steps in the leadership process, and do regular leadership coaching, working with other leaders, and the monthly newsletter. And you leave the class the first year with a personalized leadership action plan. So the schedule looks like this. I'm going to highlight some of the key points here. I would encourage you to pause the video if you want to look at take a deeper dive into some of these. But the main points I want to point out to you is the assessments, which are the orange boxes here. You're done before you start the class, before you start the first circle class, and then the reassessments throughout the year. We have the workbook and workbook we already talked about. You have the monthly newsletter, training, which is done during the sessions, formal and informal coaching. The formal is when you sit down one-on-one with the coach, and informal coaching is what happens throughout the sessions, each one of the sessions. You ask how you did, you need any challenges and so forth, and talk about that. And there's networking, because if you find people who are working in the same same organization, the same challenge you're facing, it's always nice to find out how they approached it and how they solved it. And after you finish the first year, you get a certificate of completion from the Elite Leadership Academy. And you also give you instructions on how to add this to your LinkedIn profile. So the second year and beyond, the training goes similarly, whereas we have leadership process refinement, based on additional leadership topics, which could be current topics in leadership, team leadership, origin stories, all kinds of different topics, and do some additional reassessments and regular one-on-one coaching, network with other leaders, and the monthly newsletter again. And you have a refined leadership action plan. So here, the sessions look like this. You continue with the discussion sessions. You get the monthly newsletter. We have a reassessment once during the next year. The training, which is the formal training in the sessions. Formal coaching, one-on-one coaching, informal coaching during the sessions again, and again the networking. And we have lots of different topics we can choose from. We'll probably start at the first part of the year, say, okay, what topics you want to cover? So they may come up, and I say, hey, let's do this topic this time. But all of them are trying to help you improve as a leader. So the contrast between this program and what typical programs is like a clear direction. It's very process-based training, for overall program design, very comprehensive program design. One size fits all approach. It's a personalized approach, because when we talk about your leadership vision and your assessment, you have to apply your execution of those things based on who you are as a person and as a leader. Lack of follow-up, you have to schedule follow-up one-on-one coaching and informal coaching. You have the, the other programs have no objective means of measurement. We use the reassessment tools that we have to do the assessment and reassessments. And we create a leadership practice creation. We create leadership practice. So remember, leadership improvement occurs with practice and continuous learning. You must embrace that if you want to become a better leader. So we came up with a special offer for the Filipino American Chamber of Commerce of Greater San Diego members. So the regular cost of our 12-month program is typically almost $3,000. That includes a 2-day class with reassessments and coaching. So we decided to price the circle at $190 a month for each leader, which is about $2,300 a year. For the chamber, we're giving a 20% discount of $38, brings the price down to $152 a month. And out of that, we're going to make a contribution to the chamber of $15 a month per person. Now, if you really want a special offer, the first 10 people sign up for the offer, they'll get an extra 20% off, $20 off the first 12 months. So if you're interested, sign up now. There's a QR code, take you right to the page to learn more about it and to sign up. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Email, let me know. So if you're ready to continue the journey, then sign up for the Elite Leadership Circle program for the Filipino American Chamber of Commerce of Greater San Diego. Thank you very much and look forward to hearing from you and talking to you soon. Bye.